This is a B2 video from the topic digestion, looking at a couple of exam questions and looking at how we can tackle them and what the mark scheme looks like. So we've got this first question, which is definitely a higher question. Celiac disease is a disease of the digestive system. Okay, so it's not something that we've been told to teach you. This is something that we've been given as new information, so it's already scaring us a bit. Okay, but then they're going to tell us information and we need to use that knowledge and our own knowledge to answer the question. So celiac disease damages the lining of the small intestine when foods that contain gluten are eaten. When people with celiac disease eat foods that contain gluten, 1, their immune system forms antibodies to gluten. 2, these antibodies attack the lining of the small intestine. 3, this causes inflammation in the intestines and damages the villi. Symptoms of celiac disease include poor growth. Suggest why a person with celiac disease might have this symptom. So we've got issues with the villi. Okay, the villi is where the small soluble molecules are going to be absorbed into the bloodstream. So there's damage there. So that's going to affect the absorption. And we've been told that someone with celiac disease has poor growth. Okay, so let's have a look at the mark scheme. So we've got damaged villi, which reduces the surface area for absorption. Okay, that's 1 mark because we've referred to the surface area resulting in less absorption. That means that some of those small soluble molecules won't be absorbed. Okay, so there'll be less glucose and less amino acids. We must state them rather than just saying less small soluble molecules will be absorbed. Okay, and the reason being is that the glucose is used for respiration. If there's less glucose, there'll be less respiration, therefore there'll be less energy released from that glucose. And then the last mark is that those amino acids are used to build proteins. So if there's less amino acids being absorbed into the blood, there's less ability to build new proteins. And proteins are used for growth and repair. So that then links back and explains why someone with celiac disease has poor growth. Okay, so 4 valid points for a 4-mark question. Quite a tricky one. Annotate some ideas, think about what you know, link it to what they tell you. Second question. Enzymes speed up chemical reactions. Explain how amylase breaks down starch. Now this question could come up on any paper. Triple, double, higher or foundation could come up anywhere. Let's have a look at what we need to say. I think we're probably going to have to say something about the active site. Something about lock and key, okay, and then the fact that the enzyme can be reused possibly because we're saying they speed up chemical reactions. We could talk about the starch being a long molecule, amylase being a small molecule. Let's have a look. So the substrate fits into the active site of the enzyme. It has a complementary shape which links to our lock and key theory. The bonds in the substrate break down. Now that's a really important one, which I didn't mention, okay? So the bonds break down. It's a long molecule and the enzyme cuts through those bonds like scissors, okay? So mention that the bonds break when it goes into the amylase enzyme. Hope you found that useful. Thank you.